Have you ever wondered, do down payment assistance programs really save you money? I am Shantae Parker, a real estate agent in the DC metropolitan area, and I work with tons of buyers who use down payment assistance programs all the time. I would say I'm an industry expert in down payment assistance. Would you believe it if I told you that all free money isn't free? So this is a little story time about one of the buyers that I'm currently working with. My buyer is a first-time home buyer. My buyer is a first responder, and my buyer is approved up to $350,000. My buyer has exemplary credit, and my buyer makes under a certain wage, annual salary. So my buyer technically should qualify for the majority of programs that we have here in the Maryland, DC, and Virginia area. This particular client is trying to buy in Maryland. First up, the Maryland Mortgage Program. It is a loan. It is not free. It is not a grant, and it has to be paid back. It is not a forgivable loan. So anytime that you sell your house, refinance your house, or you want to move, that money has to be paid back immediately upon the sale of the property. So this is a program that has an elevated interest rate. It means that your payment is also going to be higher. When the interest rates are higher, the payment is higher. For example, when we ran it on a $350,000 home for my buyer, the interest rate was almost 7.5%, which means that his payment would be about $200 to $300 extra for using that particular program. Then there's the Prince George's County Pathway to Purchase program. The buyer could receive $25,000 to utilize this program. Seems like a great program, right? Seems like free money, right? It's not. The money has to be paid back if the property transfers. If they sell it, if they refinance it, it has to be paid back. The interest rate is a little lower. You can actually use some of the money to buy down your rate. But the caveat to this program is that you have to qualify. Your household income has to be below a certain amount, and your debt to income ratio has to also be very low, like 35%. So you can't have a lot of debt to use this program. You also can't buy properties that are condos, because the condo fee and all that's associated with the condo would likely throw the ratios off. So that program is also very difficult to use if you are a first-time home buyer. And finally, the Federal Home Loan Bank Grant of Atlanta. This is actually the perfect program. It is a grant. It gives you up to $15,000 if you are a first responder, and you don't have to pay it back at all. You do have to live in the property for a certain period of time, and you can't sell it before that time, which is 5 years. So if you sell it or you try to refinance it, you will have to pay some of that money back, the part that you haven't used. So overall, to me, that program is the best program to use if you are a first-time home buyer. The caveat with that is they always run out of money. In fact, the money is about to run out soon, like probably in March. And all of the Mid-Atlantic area from Atlanta all the way up here is using this program. So although it's hard to qualify for in terms of the income requirements, if you do get that money, if you identify that money as yours, they will set it aside for you if you have a ratified contract. You have to hurry up and do it. Like within the next week or two, you need to call me and we need to find your house, because otherwise that money will be gone and it won't be available for a really long time. So is money free? You tell me. What do you think?